Hello everyone, I'm Enrico and I'm going to present you Mamoru. Mamoru in Japanese means protect, and in our imagination, in our fantasy, it is also our superhero which wants to protect what we love. Well, everything started a few months ago in Berlin, the place where I live, when, well, unfortunately, my bike was stolen. I did a huge mistake. The seller and myself forgot to write down the free number into the receipt. So the chance to recover my bike, according to the police of Berlin, are quite low. So looking at the statistics, half of Berliners reported a theft, and only few of them, just a small percentage, 2% of them, recovered their bikes. Well, we have a mission. We want to increase the number of recovered bikes from 2% to 10. How? We want to attach one of these smart tags into your bike. This tag contains a small amount of information, such a key. And this key can be transferred or read by any smart device, such as smartphone. And we want to persist, store the information of the owner and his bike into the blockchain. So the blockchain, the smartphone, smart tag. In this way, Safe Bike was born. Safe Bike is our first proof of concept. That means that we can reuse the same technology behind for any kind of asset, luxury bags, drones, musical instrument, artworks, whatever. Using Safe Bike is a mobile app, which allows the user to retrieve a list of his bike, to register itself, to report the theft, and to scan the tag, any bicycle around. Let's see how it works. I already registered my account. I already registered a bike, and as you can see, my bike is already geolocated. We talk later about that. And it is possible to see a list of my bikes. It is possible to report that unfortunately my bike is stolen. And I can scan the bicycle around like that. That's the first question. So coming back to the presentation, our market is quite big. There are, just in Europe, 20 million bikes sold per year. And looking at our business model, we set the price of a digital identity, the smart tag, to 15 euro. At 15 euro, given a market of 20 million bikes sold in Europe, we aim to gain a revenue of 30 million per year. So, who is our market? Our market is composed by reseller and manufacturers. From a reseller point of view, our tag is just an accessory like the saddle, like the lights. So let's compare the price of our accessory, our smart tag, with the other parts of the bike. For example, the saddle and the lights have a price in a range between 20 and 300 euro. Well, our price is quite affordable and can be installed by default by any reseller. We already are in contact with the first workshop client. Ours is based in Berlin. They have 7 shops around the city, and they sell in the summertime 40 bikes per day. Well, we plan to install our tag in 15% of their bikes, monetizing our first proof of concept. So there is a bigger problem than bicycle. There is no standard of ownership, no standard of proof of ownership in the world. How can I prove that something belongs to me, as I said, like luxury bags, drones, musical instruments, artwork? Well, using the blockchain as a global ledger, well, regardless where you are, we plan to become the standard. The same problem is for the proof of possession. And we already integrated, as I told you before, a GPS, a first prototype into our bike. So, how can you prove that something belongs to you when you can't see your good? Well, in this way, our first bike is already integrated in our mobile app, and we plan to install the GPS in a small segment of bicycle, a special bike, the electric bike. Why? Because in this way we can plug the GPS into the engine and recharging it using the battery pack. Looking at the metrics of our competitors, nobody offers our same intersectional services. The strongest competitor is obviously Lockheed, which offers intelligent lock connected to the blockchain. And more close to our technology is Chronicle, which offers smart tag, smartphone, and the blockchain to prove the ownership, the possession, and the authenticity of any asset. But they don't provide the traceability of the asset. They don't provide any location monitoring of the asset. Also, more closer to the business of bikes, there are two competitors like the Italian Sherlock, which provide a GPS into the bike and a bike register in London where you can register a stolen bike. Well, compared with the other competitors, I think that we are in a strong position in the blockchain and in the security. So, what are our goals for the next year? We want to increase the number of clients. We want to expand in other countries, first in UK, in France, in Italy. And we want to install more GPS. And finally, we want to increase the number of our users, our community. For that reason, we need 700,000 euros for the first year. Our team is composed by 4 great co-founders and 4 nice collaborators. And yes, we eat blockchain for breakfast. Thanks a lot.